Hey y'all, Tanny Cooks here, and today I'm going to show you how to make an absolutely delicious jerk chicken bowl in your air fryer, and it's going to take under 20 minutes. So let's get to cooking. I have about 8 to 10 party wings, so those are the chicken wings that are cut in half. Next up, we're going to look at our seasonings. I have this dry Caribbean jerk seasoning by McCormick. The ingredients just list salt and spices, including red pepper, chives, so they don't really tell you each specific ingredient they have in it. But I also like to use this wet Grace mild jerk seasoning, and you can see the ingredients listed here include scallions, hot pepper, salt, spices, onion, garlic. It's very delicious, and the mild does have a little kick to it. Also, I have liquid smoke as well as olive oil, sea salt, garlic, onion. I have ginger, turmeric, rice, cucumber, lime, onion. So I'm going to show you how we're going to put all of this together for a delicious meal. So I'm starting off with my Cuisinart knives. I love the knife cover. I'm just cutting up my lime. I have a link to these knives in the description. Now cut the red onion. And I'm going to cut this into similar shapes as my roasted red pepper strips. So this is just half an onion that I had used the other half for another recipe previously. So now I'm going to take out my roasted red peppers and just sit them on my cutting board. I love roasted red peppers. They're so convenient and they hold well in your refrigerator for recipes like this. So now that I have my vegetables chopped, I'm going to get to work on my chicken. So I'm adding a little bit of olive oil to my chicken pieces. This chicken has already been washed, cleaned, and dried. So now I'm going to add my dried Caribbean jerk seasoning, and I find that the jerk flavor is really delicious using this dried seasoning as well as the wet Grace's seasoning. So you can find both of these on Amazon, and I have links to them in the description. I'm adding a little bit of sea salt, but not too much because there is salt in our dry seasoning, as well as garlic and onion powder. I'm adding additional allspice because I really like it. I can tell that there is some allspice in the dried seasoning, but I wanted a little bit more. So now with the gloved hand, I'm just going to give this a gentle mix up to make sure each piece is covered, and then I'm going to add my liquid smoke. Liquid smoke has a little bit of sodium in it, but it adds a lot of flavor and color to your meat. And then I don't want to forget a squeeze of lime juice from a wedge of lime. And then just massage it all in together. Now this is a secret tip that I like to do whenever I'm cooking chicken. I like to, on the underside of my chicken, pierce it with a knife, especially when marinating, because I want to make sure all the seasoning and flavors get inside to the meat and it doesn't just sit on top of the skin. So I'm not cutting on the side that's going to be the presentation side. I'm not cutting on the side that's the presentation side, just on the underneath back side. And then give it another toss. I added a little bit more seasoning because it looked a little pale to me. Next up, we're going to let our chicken marinate for a little bit, and I'm going to cook this minute basmati rice. This rice only contains a few ingredients, including water, the rice, sunflower oil, sea salt, sunflower lecithin, which is also emulsifier, a binder. The calories are 230 per cup. There are 2 cups or 2 servings, and we're going to make this in the microwave. We're just going to cook it for 1 minute. And these are really convenient when you're making a small amount of rice. I can also envision if you have to go into the office to work, this is a convenient cup to take with you because it doesn't have to be refrigerated. So you can just take this in your lunch bag and then pop it in the microwave at the office. Next up, let's prep our air fryer for our chicken. I am using the chicken setting on my air fryer, which sets it to 12 minutes, but I'm going to up it to 16 because I like my chicken cooked a little bit more. So you want to place your chicken wings in your air fryer without them touching or covering the entire bottom. You need some of that air to circulate all around your air fryer. So 400 degrees at 16 minutes is how I'm cooking my party wings. So while that's going, I'm just going to prep my veggies. These are also going to go in the air fryer, so I'm just going to add a little bit of olive oil on my red onions and my roasted red peppers. I'm just going to wilt down the onions and it's going to heat through the red peppers. So my rice is cooked for a minute 30 seconds since I did 2 at one time, and I'm just using a fork to toss it in my bowl. And this actually makes the most perfect rice. So just fluff it up with your fork a little bit. Now, this is going to be turmeric yellow rice. So before I add my spices, I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil to help coat the rice and help it take the seasoning a little bit better. So I have some organic ground turmeric. Turmeric is a superfood. It has some health properties to it. If you're on blood thinners or have an issue with that, you may want to check with your doctor to see if turmeric is safe for you, since it also has blood thinning properties. But I like it in my food. I don't take a separate turmeric supplement, but it is absolutely delicious in rice and some meat dishes. So I'm just adding just enough turmeric to give my rice the beautiful yellow color, and it's so aromatic. It smells so good. Now, in addition to turmeric, I'm going to add garlic powder and onion powder for the additional flavor, and just give that a gentle stir. You want to give any food you cook in the air fryer a check about halfway through. So I'm just shaking my chicken, giving some of it a toss to make sure all of it gets the beautiful color on it that I want. And since this is already cooked for 10 minutes now, I'm going to go ahead and add my onions and red peppers inside of my air fryer with the chicken as the chicken finishes up. Now I'm also going to add my jerk seasoning paste. Now you could get a pastry brush to spread this jerk seasoning paste evenly on your chicken. I'm just going to douse it on with a spoon and spread it because I'm trying to get this done in less than 20 minutes because I got other stuff to do. So I'm not going to take a whole lot of time. What I also did is I added some squeeze bottle ginger to my vegetables. It's a really delicious flavor and it ups the Caribbean flavor to me. I also added a little bit on my chicken as well, but I like ginger. If you don't like it, then you can certainly leave it out and then let your air fryer cook for the remaining 6 or 7 minutes. Next up, I'm slicing up some English cucumber for a fresh, crisp bite to this dish. I am going to add a little bit of sea salt to my cucumbers and let that sit for just a couple of minutes. Now, my chicken is done. Look at that, y'all. It smells so good in here. I wish you could have a bite of this right now. These are my beautiful onions that are gently caramelized, my roasted red peppers, and my jerk chicken. It has the dry and wet jerk seasoning. Look at that, y'all. Such a beautiful bowl. I love for my food to be extremely colorful. So I have my chicken, cucumbers, turmeric yellow rice, and a couple of vegetables, and my roasted red peppers and my onions. So delicious. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this, please share it with your friends or family on your social media, people you think that might be interested in using the air fryer more or learning to cook. And also leave me comments below my YouTube videos to let me know some other foods you would like to see me prepare. Thank you so much. Have a great day.